I think I can say this now without fear of contraception. Spring has finally sprung. Early though it is, I can feel it. And when I feel something, it remains felt. It's calm, it's still. The sky's blue, and mainly there's lots and lots of birds singing all around me. I can smell it, I can feel it. You know that there's a very, very slight breeze just moving past my skin, and you can feel the mildness. You can feel it waiting. It's just on the cusp, on the edge, and it's so exciting. I just got out of the car and it hit me straight away. Spring is here, and how it lifts our spirits. The crow behind me, calling away in the trees, happy to be alive, happy to be up and at 'em, happy to have had his breakfast, and now he's going to sit there all day and make a bloody racket. It's absolutely great. And what are we talking about today, you may ask? Well, we're talking about the benefits of avoiding confrontation. Avoiding confrontation is often seen as a bad thing, as a weakness, as if confrontation is automatically a defence of the moral right, a defence of the weak. It isn't always. In fact, it seldom is. Confrontation is usually the aggressor, not the defence. And avoiding a confrontation, you know, the wind's just got up, and I said it was very mild. The wind has got up like mad. I hope it doesn't disturb or destroy or disrupt this audio. But avoiding confrontation, very often it will put off a point where confrontation becomes inevitable and people are facing off against each other. Confrontation, not just in the individual, but in groups as well. Avoiding confrontation, putting it off, calming the situation, can put off the inevitable. It isn't a sign of weakness, it lets people simmer down. Usually when confrontation is there, it's in your face, it's driven by emotion. It's not driven by reason, is it? It's not driven by common sense. It's usually driven by this eruption in emotion. Somebody said something and you don't agree with it, so you explode without actually looking at the nuances of what they've said. What they said might have been completely innocent, but you've just cherry-picked the words out of it, and he's gone mad. You've gone mad. You want to debate them, you want to shout at them, you want to strike them down. But if you just wait and think about it and chat and listen to their side of the argument, listen to their side of the debate, they might not have been saying that. Words can be clumsy, of course they can. I'm as guilty of it as anyone else, that I can say things that can be taken out of context. It's happened many times. Molly's lost me. Molly is about 30 feet away and can't see. Oh, Molly! She can't hear me, she can't see me. I think I shouldn't have put this coat on because it blends in with I'm camouflaged against her. Come on, sweetheart. She's coming towards me. I don't know whether she can see me. She's just here. She's having a sniff now. I'll wait here for her. I won't push on. I'll wait till she catches me up. Her eyesight's gone, but I think her eyesight is actually getting worse. I think she can kind of see on the periphery. She can't see forward. She can see. So when you come up the side of her, she doesn't know you're there because she can't hear. And then she jumps when you draw level with her. But like I was saying about confrontation, sometimes or quite often it's the result of a misunderstanding. Mere misunderstanding. Somebody said something and somebody's done something, and this had done something, and you go, hey, you spilled my pint. Where it probably nobody goes out, not many people go out to deliberately seek confrontation. And those people that do are usually of a very mean intelligence. Nobody does that. It's usually an accident. Live and let live. If you get into a confrontational position, the chances are you will take some of that anger and angst away with you on the rest of your day. Well, why do that? That's just a waste of time, isn't it? It's a waste of time and it's a waste of energy. I don't do confrontation. I never have. It's not that I'm weak. It's just that I'm lazy. I think I'm lazy in one respect, that I just let things wash over me. I'm also very gentle-natured. I just don't do confrontation. I walk away from it. I do debate. I love doing debate. I'll debate all day. But once that debate spills over into argument and confrontation, I usually walk away. I'm not wasting my energy on somebody who's got themselves all worked up, lost complete perspective of what the debate or what the situation was that escalated into confrontation. It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. I've got better things to do with my time. I've got better things to do with my day. Avoiding confrontation is also better or good for your mental health. There's nothing clever about getting yourself all worked up and having all these cortisol spikes and all this rushing about and your blood pressure going up and this anger that's in your mind that might be there all day, that could set the mood and could actually influence other interactions you have with other people. If you go into an innocent, benign situation full of angst and anger, the chances are it will spill over into that situation. So avoiding confrontation, anything that avoids your blood pressure going up, anything that avoids you being angry, anything that avoids you grinding your teeth and wanting to lash out in all directions because of a situation that you were in 10 minutes ago with somebody, and that somebody has probably gone off, has wound you up, unloaded all their angst onto you, and has gone off now blissfully, peacefully. They've got rid of it all. They're like an empty shell being wafted through by a warm zephyr. And you, on the other hand, are there, all wound up and angry, and it's no good. People who are angry, people who are wound up, the chances are they're the people who are going to do things on impulse that they wouldn't do normally and harm other people when they are, for the most part, decent, good people. But a situation and society itself is full of these situations that can tip us over into confrontation. It's like society is orchestrating confrontation, isn't it? So not only do we have to avoid confrontation in our daily lives with individuals, other humans, we have to avoid confrontation with the man. We have to avoid confrontation, orchestrated confrontation by the powers that be. And we know this. We all know this. We're not stupid. We know we're being manipulated and lied to at every step of our life by people who want to control us and dictate what we do and what we think and what we spend and what we say, how we behave with each other, how we behave with our families. We know it all the time because these people are brazen and they will come out and say it. We are making this law to stop you doing this. And you think, well, it's my right to do that. I'm not doing anybody any harm. And I am sensible enough to know when I shouldn't do that. So don't infantilise me by telling me that you will control what I do or what I think, because I'm not bright enough or controlled enough to keep the lid on things, to keep things nice and just going beautifully and interacting with my fellow man. It's not good for your mental health. It's not good at all for your mental health. Avoid confrontation. We've already seen that it's good for the body, it's good for your heart, it's good for your nerves, it's good for your peace of mind. There's no upsides at all to confrontation, and yet so many people seem to search it out to be the alpha male, as if being the alpha male all depends on how aggressive you are to your fellow man or to somebody else who wants to be the alpha male. But being the good person, being the gentle person, being the generous person, that makes you an alpha male as far as I'm concerned. Step up when the time comes. Step up and defend your pack, your clan, your herd. When the time comes, we all need that. We all need that in us. But don't just lash out and be confrontational in daily life because you think it makes you the alpha male, because it doesn't. It just makes you the idiot. And the trouble is with that, everybody else can see it but you. Of course, avoiding confrontation also gives you time to think, doesn't it? Gives you time to think of ways to calm down that situation. I'm going to try and get Molly to come up this bank here. She usually does, but for some reason today, she's determined. She's absolutely determined to stay on the path. But if we walk up the path, come on, Molly, up here. If we walk on the path, we just come to a gate at the end and we have to turn round. I'm coming up here, Molly. You can stand down there and stare at me all day if you want to. Molly, come on, she can't even see me now. Looks like I'm going to have to go back down again. So there you go. It buys you time. That's what I was talking about. It buys you time. It's a strategy. Avoiding confrontation is like playing a game of chess, isn't it? It buys you time. You have to be 2 or 3 moves ahead. You have to be thinking about what your opponent is saying and wants to do, and the position they want you to back you into, to take away your defence, to make you vulnerable. I've been in relationships where very confrontational. I've always chosen very, very strong women. I've been in relationships where every discussion was like a game of chess, where I had to think about an answer and how the other person would take that answer, what their answer would be to that, what I would answer to that, and what the possibility of their answer would be to that, just to keep a lid on emotions. It's like a game of chess, and the more used to it we are, and the more adroit at it we are, and the better at it we are, the less we will be in confrontation, because we will be the grandmaster. We will be the person who is actually controlling the narrative. And if you genuinely think in your heart of hearts that your narrative is for the better, is less confrontational, is there to avoid anger and angst and the throwing of fists and the throwing of words and the throwing of anger in all directions, if you genuinely think that that is what you want to do, you want to avoid confrontation, then if you can control the narrative, if you can control the situation, then that's it. It will be diffused eventually. The steam will go out of it. You may shake hands, go your separate ways. You may buy each other a pint. You may just go away grumbling a little bit, but at least it won't have escalated into something that can be completely destructive. And this isn't just on a personal level. This is on groupthink level. This is on national level. This is on global level, isn't it? This is how wars start. This is how gang fights start. It's all emotion. We think that our leaders all sit round a table and debate things, and then the ultimate at the end of it is conflict and the bearing of arms. But I don't think it is. I think we're just like a bunch of kids all sitting around the table arguing, and then somebody chucks the toys out of the pram and blows somebody else up, and then that next thing we know, we're all in global conflict. And it's all about avoiding confrontation. Many people get upset and distressed in confrontational positions. I'm not saying that they are weak at all or feeble at all. It's just that some people's makeup means they get alarmed and they get distressed and they aren't physical. They are defenseless. Within a confrontational position, they are defenseless. And that is a terrible position to be in, because that can put you in this defenseless, frightened position where everything depends on the person, the aggressor, not actually going over the top. And we've seen it before. How many times have you seen it where somebody is having a go at somebody else and they see a weakness, so they start piling in? When you see a weakness, when groups in particular see a weakness in somebody or in another group, they don't back off. They see that as a signal, as a trigger to escalate the confrontation. It happens all the time. You see somebody, a big bloke, bullies a weaker person. They work out that person isn't going to be a physical threat. And once they've decided that person isn't going to be a physical threat, they can then become the physical threat. They can then lash out and punch and kick with impunity, because they know that person isn't going to retaliate. That person isn't going to fight back. And the only defence then is the white knight or the good Samaritan coming and stepping in and beating the bully. Because we all know that bullies are, by the very nature of it, cowards. And isn't confrontation just a waste of time? It's time that could be spent on bigger things and better things. It takes up your time. It takes up those few hours in the day that you've got to be constructive, to interact with other people. And confrontation, whether it be in the flesh, online, whatever, it's just a waste of time and a waste of energy, because very seldom does something good come out of confrontation. Very seldom does confrontation end up in meaningful dialogue, does it? Meaningful dialogue starts out as meaningful dialogue. Confrontation starts out and ends at confrontation. It will either escalate or it will end. It will not go from concentration to sitting down and having a meaningful debate. It doesn't happen like that, because you've already come into the situation at that level of anger and confrontation. It's never going to come down. So the best you can do in a confrontational position is end up in a position where you can walk away, get on with your day, hopefully shrug it off, and not let those feelings of anger and angst and fear that the other person, that the angry person who's causing the confrontation, once they go away, once it's ended, hopefully you can just get your mind back to where it was. It's never going to end up with them apologising and saying, yeah, you were right. It might end up with you both just walking away, shaking hands and walking away, but it will never end up as something constructive. It may end up with just peace and the ability to disagree without coming to blows, but it will never end up as peace talks that benefit nations, will it? It won't, and it never does, and that's it. So maintain the peace, eschew confrontation, live a peaceful life, because we've only got one life, haven't we? And our minds and our mental health and our mental well-being and our friendship and our interactions with our fellow man should all be good, and there's no reason why they can't be. It's just avoiding confrontation. You can see, you can tell, you can sense confrontation, you can sense that feeling of angst, you can always palpable, you can feel the anger coming off somebody, you can see it in their eyes. You can see it in the demeanour. You can feel it. So just avoid it. Cross the street. Move away. Turn away. Turn your eyes away. Walk away from it. There's no need to walk into it, because then you're just promoting confrontation. We don't need that, do we? We don't need that at all. Let's just all be mates. Ha! As if we could. But then we can always give it a bit of a try, can't we? We'll see you on the flip. Peace and love.